What if Naruto had Decay? I actually made this series a long time ago with the help and collaboration of Izukage, another popular What If YouTuber. But after time has passed, I figured that I would remake the story, and that's when I ended up finding an incredible fanfic by the author Xehther on Wattpad. You can find his link down below in the description and in the pinned comment as well. He made this whole thing possible, and I absolutely love this writing style, so if you guys go on to enjoy, definitely make sure to go support him, and also leave what you guys think down below. I'll definitely be checking out your comments for today's video. And with all that out of the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoy the video, you know what to do. But with nothing else, enjoy.
Hey Ross, sauce it up.
We start our story with a 4-year-old Naruto with black hair and red eyes running from a mob of villagers. When he takes a corner into an alleyway that would end up being a dead end, he turns around only to be met with a mob of villagers grinning evilly. They're all looking at him with some sorts of weapons and tools. Even some ninjas are in the mob. And this boy would be the main character, Naruto. Naruto would think to himself, why is this happening to me? I did nothing wrong. Can't they see that I'm just a kid? Someone help me. Naruto would think to himself while the villagers start to mercilessly beat him. Naruto, crying, would think to himself, please stop, until ultimately he utters it out and would say that he didn't do anything, that he's sorry, but to just stop. The mob then would angrily say, you didn't do anything. The villagers would ask in rage as they start to beat on Naruto even harder. Naruto thinking to himself, why? It hurts. I hate it so much. No, I hate them. I hate them all. Naruto thinks while he has a flashback of something. This would all be flashbacks, mind you. Naruto would be alone in the forest while fishing so he can have something to eat while, since he ran out of money. Thinking to himself, stupid villagers kicking me out when all I want to do is buy some food. Stabbing at the fish and pulling it out. Ah, finally, I got one. Naruto from here goes on to start a fire and would begin to roast his fish, all while sighing. I wish someone treated me like a human. I didn't even do anything to any of them. Suddenly, somebody would appear. Oh, young one, can I sit with you? Someone would say, startling Naruto, as Naruto would watch as this man would sit down and Naruto would get put on guard. Seeing this, the man would get saddened. Naruto from here would say, who are you, old man? As Hiruzen would say, name's Hiruzen Sarutobi, young one. The old man, known as Hiruzen Sarutobi, would state. From here, Naruto would be like, the third Hokage? Are you okay to even be here, old man? You can't have my food, got it? Naruto would state as he would glare at the old man with his red eyes. And Hiruzen from here would look to Naruto chuckling, saying, I don't need your food, young one. You can keep it. But may I ask, why you're out here instead of the village? Naruto would look at the old man as he would say, the villagers kicked me out of the stores and overpriced me for some spoiled food, so I went out here to get something decent to eat for once. Naruto states, with a sad expression on his face, as the Hokage would simply say, I see. Naruto from here starts to eat at a fish, and Hiruzen would say that he thinks that the people of the village make it a peaceful place. It is. Everyone is so kind and caring towards each other. This creates something I call the will of fire. Naruto would just think to himself, peaceful village. This village is full of so much hate and terror and malice towards me. As he would say, but what's this will of fire, eh? With Hiruzen saying, good, now I can keep him caring for the village so he won't fall towards hatred. The will of fire is the will to protect the village of Konoha, where all of our precious people live and prosper. The will to keep this village safe at any cost is the will of fire, and I think yours shines brightly. Naruto would think to himself, as if this village is nothing but scorn me. All my life. That's all it's done. Thinking to himself, what's your game, old man? I guess he would say, but from here, he wouldn't let him know what he really thinks. Hiruzen from here would tell him that he thinks he'll be great one day, saying that he'll see him another time. Hiruzen would smile as he would ruffle Naruto's hair, making him stiffen, going unnoticed by Hiruzen as he would walk off and the flashback would end. Naruto would think to himself, yeah, that's it. He wanted me to love this shitty place. I hate it so damn much. Naruto's hair begins to turn light blue as he starts to itch, as he scratches and then grabs a villager, as said villager starts to turn to dust and decays. Naruto suddenly feels an incredible sense of pleasure wash over him, so he would do this to every villager and ninja in the mob, decaying each and every single one of them, as he slowly walks back to his apartment limping. The old man Hokage would have given him, and once there, he would fall unconscious on the ground, not even being able to make it towards the bed, barely being able to have just enough willpower to make it in the door, with leaving the door half open. The next day, Naruto wakes up feeling tired as he remembers the events from the night before. He'd be confused now, thinking that he decayed them as he would grab a cup and suddenly it would decay. This would shock Naruto, seeing as he would realize what exactly this ability entails. It seems as though whenever he grabs something with all 5 fingers, things just start rapidly decaying. He raises his finger up off the cup and would realize that it would stop. From here, grabbing another cup with everything but his pinky, as he would grab it and nothing, no decay. Naruto from here, like I said, realizing everything, and from here would say, I see. I should make sure no one finds out about this until I'm a ninja, so I don't get executed by the villagers. Naruto from here thinks as he would go grab something to drink, and he would go do so as he would, do his daily morning routine. When he sees his reflection and thinks, so getting this power changed my appearance? Naruto now has very dry skin and light blue hair, a scar on the left side of his lips, and his still piercing red eyes. So now, Naruto looks exactly like what Shigaraki would look like in the MHA storyline. Naruto from here would say, well, I guess I should say I changed after they beat me, so it isn't weird. But this power, what should I call it? Wait, I know what I'll call my new power. It'll be called Decay. Naruto from here would then head to the Hokage's office while not being recognized by the villagers when he gets there, and he would walk in. Naruto would say, hey old man, as Hiruzen would say, what's up young one? Naruto from here would say, it's me, Naruto. I got beat really bad last night and now I look like this. Hiruzen being shocked, wow, he lost almost all the melanin in his skin and hair. As he would say, thanks for letting me know, Naruto-kun. Naruto would say, yeah, you're welcome. And can you enroll me in the Ninja Academy when I'm 6? Hiruzen saying, oh, yes I could, Naruto. Naruto saying, thank you, as he would leave and go home. From here, we're going to be time skipping 2 years, as Naruto has trained Decay to the point of Season 3 Shigaraki. So where he decayed Stained Sword is where Naruto's Decay is at right now. And he still hasn't told or shown anyone Decay. He also was trained somewhat in his movement too. He's not slow or easily beaten without Decay. He just focused more on Decay, and this is the start of the academy. Naruto is walking with the Hokage and the academy to his classroom when they get there. Hiruzen introduces Naruto to the class and would then leave. Hiruzen from here would enter the classroom with Naruto, saying, hello Iruka, this is going to be your new student Naruto. Iruka being, the character that we all know and all that, and Iruka would say, I see Hokage, Naruto, please take a seat and we'll begin. Naruto from here goes on to take a seat, and Hiruzen would just leave the class as everything would begin, and Naruto would easily begin easily learning and getting bored, but paying attention so he doesn't become the center of attention, as because of his experiences in life so far, he has a distaste for social interaction, so he likes to be normal so no one bothers him at the end of the day. But Iruka was the only teacher that let Naruto learn anything, and when they did taijutsu stances, they showed him the wrong one. Not that he was going to follow the correct one. He found a form of fighting hand to hand he is far more comfortable with anyway. We're at the end of the day at taijutsu practice, and everyone is gone except for Naruto, and a student with black hair and onyx eyes, and an Uchiha clan shirt named Sasuke Uchiha. The others were mostly clan heirs and random civilian students, namely a kid with black hair and a spiky ponytail and a lazy attitude named Shikamaru Nara, and a heavy built kid with brown spiky hair named Choji Akamichi, a kid with glasses and black spiky hair named Shino Aburami, and a girl with silver blonde hair and a ponytail named Imo Yamanaka, a boy with brown spiky red lines down his face, and a dog named Akamaru, being named Kiba Inuzuka. And basically just goes like this, talking about how their hairs are and, everybody else in the class. Ultimately, though, Iruka would look towards the direction of Naruto and Sasuke before saying, "Naruto, Sasuke, please stand in the circle and do the unison sign." Naruto would internally sigh as he would go into the white circle and dose the unison sign, as Sasuke does so as well, forming it, and he would back away from each other and wait for Iruka to say start. By the way, I didn't say does on purpose. I know that should have been does, but it's just that the spelling in this fanfic is kind of low-key off. But, I'm pretty sure he's probably just like me, where he doesn't put commas or spaces or stuff like that. So I don't really know where I'm supposed to stop or continue going. That's why I'm just like rambling without breaks. But anyways, from here, Naruto would do the sign as he waits for Iruka to say start. Iruka from here would wonder why Naruto hasn't gotten into any proper fighting stance, since he's going to be losing with all those openings. Oh well, this is going to be a learning experience, I guess. Saying, "Begin." Sasuke from here would wonder why he hasn't gotten into a proper stance, wondering if Naruto thinks he's better than him, and rushing at him trying to show he's not weak. Rushing at Naruto. Naruto, an open rush, annoying. Dodging out of the way as Sasuke would almost go out of bounds. The other students would be shocked that he dodged so easily with an improper stance, and Shikamaru would say that he dodged as if he had been using that stance forever. I see it now. He's using a stance he completely comfortable and natural, so he can fight with extreme efficiency. Sasuke from here thinking to himself that he dodged so quickly and perfectly. It's like he has no wasted movements, but his stance looks so wrong. Whatever. Just thinking to himself, whatever. I won't underestimate him again. Rushing in again with faster speed than before. Naruto going on to block and counter with a punch that Sasuke dodges and then knocks Sasuke back. This is annoying. I'm getting itchy again, Naruto thought while starting to scratch violently at his neck, confusing Sasuke. Sasuke wondering why he's scratching so violently. It feels like he's irritated at something, but what is it? Naruto, still scratching, would start to bleed because he broke his skin while scratching, with everyone being shocked. This is annoying, and I'm bored, so I give up, Naruto states, walking away, just completely stunning everyone. With Iruka being like, well, I guess Sasuke wins. Class is over for the day. Come back tomorrow and good night. And that's pretty much just the first chapter. Let's jump into chapter 2, graduation and becoming a ninja. Now, just in case you guys were wondering what the name of the story is called, it's called Naruto's Decay, in case I don't state it in the intro. But continuing with everything, there's gonna be a brief time skip of 6 years, as Naruto now will wear a black shirt, black jeans, and red shoes, and a black trench coat, and had improved drastically in all categories, and even has shadow clone jutsu because he figured he had too much chakra to make a normal clone, and asked the third Hokage for a substitute for it, getting the shadow clone jutsu, so his decay is now at the level of when Shigaraki decayed Overhaul's arms off, and that is the end of, his level overall. What ends up happening after this is that, that Naruto during this time would end up kind of just looking like a bit of a season 4-ish Shigaraki, or season 5-ish, basically the one who got rid of Overhaul and stuff like that, and he would be mostly wearing one of those Anbu masks, very, very similar to the one that we see in Kimetsu no Yaiba, or for those that don't know it as that, Demon Slayer. And so what pretty much ends up happening is Naruto's mask would have eye holes, of course, and nobody still would know that Naruto even has Decay. But soon, that's about to change. Naruto has also become dead last because of the teacher's bias towards him, except for Iruka, and once graduation day would come, Naruto and all of his classmates would be waiting for Iruka to start, everyone being excited for becoming a ninja, but Naruto's excited because he'll finally not have to hide his Decay quirk, which makes him grin under his mask, which would become almost sadistic. Iruka would enter the classroom and would say, "Alright, let's begin your graduation exams. First up," as Iruka would say, and he would call out every student by their name and take them to other rooms to give them exams. Some pass and some don't. All the clan heirs pass and Sakura does too. Then Iruka would finally call out Naruto. As Naruto was going to his exam, he notices one of the teachers who has light blue hair and a hateful glare at him named Mizuki. Mizuki from here would look at Iruka as Iruka would begin the exam. "Alright Naruto, let's start with transformation jutsu." Naruto transforming into the third Hokage, and Iruka saying, "Alright, substitution." Naruto does it. Then he asks him for the shadow clone, and with an evil grin, Naruto would finally show him, everything that he's learned, performing the shadow clone jutsu, as Mizuki with an evil grin would just be thinking to himself that finally, the demon rat will fail and I can make him steal the scroll of sealing. He would have thought that before Naruto did it. But anyways, Naruto does the jutsu, and Naruto from here goes on to get handed a headband, as he would be told by Iruka to wear it with pride, as he's now a proud shinobi of Konoha. Naruto would take the headband and notice a scowl on Mizuki's face, and would leave for the day. As from here, later, Mizuki would come to him and tell him he can become a Chunin if he steals the scroll of sealing, which Naruto knows is a lie, but he would go along with it. From here, telling the Hokage, as he would be given the scroll and a mission to kill or subdue Mizuki. Naruto goes to where Mizuki is located and would end up taking him the scroll, waiting for Mizuki to arrive, as suddenly he does, and Mizuki would begin talking. "Mizuki, Naruto, give me the scroll." Naruto would say, "No, I'm not dumb. I'm going to beat you and take this back to the old geezer." With Mizuki saying, "Do you know why everyone hates you in this village, huh, Naruto?" with a sadistic grin. With Naruto thinking to himself, "Obviously, best to just play along." "Why?" Mizuki would say, "It's because 12 years ago, the Nine-Tails never really died. It was reincarnated into a human. For you're the Nine-Tails reborn." Naruto saying, "You are really dumb," as he sadistically grins, and Mizuki would be like, "Huh?" As Naruto already in front of Mizuki with his Mizuki with his and on his face, and Mizuki would decay slowly. I'm pretty sure what this writer was trying to say, that Naruto would already be in front of Mizuki and would grab his face, as Mizuki would start decaying slowly and would scream for mercy, being like, "Who the hell are you working for anyway, eh?" Naruto says as he stops the decay for a bit, and Mizuki would say, "Orochimaru, please let me go, please," crying in pain from the decaying, being so painful that Mizuki couldn't handle it. "No," Naruto would state, as he coldly would decay at Mizuki and would take the scroll back to the Hokage, who was watching Naruto with his crystal ball, and would be shocked at seeing decay. When Naruto gets to Hokage's office, all of Hiruzen's Anbu would be gone, as he would enter a privacy sealed room, and Naruto would be like, "Hey, old geezer, what's wrong?" Naruto saying, Hiruzen saying, "Oh, nothing. I just wanted to ask you about that ability you use on Mizuki. Do you mind?" Naruto saying he doesn't really care, and that it's called Decay. It makes it so that anything he touches with all 5 fingers would start to decay. And that's pretty much it. I was hiding it until I became a shinobi, and this Mizuki guy was with Orochimaru, so S rank. Hiruzen would say, "I see, thank you. Now go home and get some rest for the day." As from here, he would tell him that tomorrow his teams and sensei will be given, and he's going to be paid for an S rank mission, telling him good night, and Naruto would just go back, as he would say, "Do you know, the shadow clones give you memories, right?" And Hiruzen would say, "Yes, I do, Naruto." With Naruto being like, "So if you knew that, why not tell me earlier?" I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that's not even what it says. I'm just scratching my eye. Give me a second. It's like, I don't know why, but like my eye has been itchy all day. Let me find out I have pink eye or something like that. That would be horrible. Or maybe scratching at my eye is what makes it worse. Who knows though. But anyways, jumping back into the story, after Hiruzen tells him he knows, he would ask Hiruzen why he doesn't just use them for paperwork. Dumb old geezer, as he would say that and leave the office and go home. Hiruzen banging his head on the desk so hard, yelling stupid, until he stops and makes a shadow clone and finally goes home. We then time skip to the next day, as everybody would be in the academy waiting for their teams and sensei, as Naruto would be sitting next to Sasuke waiting for teams, while Sasuke's fangirls are all fawning over him. Naruto and Sasuke became sort of friends over the year, and Naruto's the only person that Sasuke will speak to, as everyone, kind of just hears them both talking and, they hear loud stomping. Suddenly, Naruto groans and says, "They're so damn annoying." Sasuke saying, "I hear you." As from here, all of a sudden, Sakura and Ino would barge through the door, screaming about who will sit next to Sasuke, until they see Naruto sitting next to Sasuke and start yelling at him until he grabs Sakura's headband and decays it in front of the whole class, scaring them, and then tells Sakura and Ino to shut up and sit down. Then, Iruka would walk in and begins giving out the teams as Naruto ignores him until he says, "Iruka, Team 7, Sakura Haruno, Sasuke Uchiha," Sakura squealing, of course, and Iruka being like, "Shut up," and finally, Naruto Uzumaki. Sakura from here would shiver, remembering what Naruto did to her headband, as Iruka continues, and Naruto would just ignore him, saying pretty much that teams are exactly the same as canon. As pretty much what happens is that all the teams would just be all like usual, right? All the teams are the same, and ultimately what would pretty much end up happening is that a man with gravity-defying hair and a headband over his left eye and mask and bottom of his face and a classic Jonin vest would come in and tell them to go to the roof, as Team 7 abides, and from here they would make their way towards the direction of the roof, as Naruto would make his way there, and from here everybody just starts having their basic introductions that they had in the original. Now Sakura says, she likes a certain somebody. Kakashi just tells them that it's none of their business. Sasuke tells them that his name is Sasuke Uchiha. My likes are sparring with Naruto, tomatoes, and onigiri balls. My dislikes are many. I don't want to share my hobbies, but some of them are training and talking with Naruto, and my goal is to find a certain someone and destroy them when the time comes. As Kakashi would be like, another revenge story, not gonna end out good, as he would say, "Okay, now your turn, Krusty." Naruto would be like, "Ch," as he would say, "Name's Naruto Uzumaki. My likes are destroying things, fighting, talking with Sasuke, and I don't really have a lot of people I consider comrades, but I also like training. My dislikes are the constant itch I have if I get angry or haven't used Decay in a while. While Sasuke's annoying ass fangirls and heroes, my hobbies are destroying things, training and observing. My dream is to, and obviously my dream is to absolutely destroy everything I hate." Kakashi thinking, interesting. Okay, well, I'll be at the training field tomorrow at 7 a.m. I suggest not eating anything tomorrow or you'll puke it up. As he would say, "See ya," and poof away. Naruto would get up and walk home. From here, Sasuke leaves, Sakura does so the next day, and from here we skip over to the next day, in Naruto's point of view. Naruto wakes up and makes breakfast and eats, then trains until 9, and then goes to the training grounds, where Sakura and Sasuke are waiting. Sakura would get mad and yell at Naruto for being late, to which he says, "I can be late if the sensei isn't here yet," to which Sakura would stay silent as they wait for the 2 more hours, and Kakashi would finally arrive, as he would then begin to explain the bell test to them, which Naruto believes is a teamwork test, and then Sasuke and Sakura's stomachs would growl, making Kakashi look at Naruto and ask why he ate, to which Naruto says he only suggested that he didn't eat, not ordered to not eat. Kakashi nodding and saying, "Let the bell test begin." Immediately after Kakashi would say begin, Sasuke and Sakura would hide, while Naruto begins to eye down at Kakashi. Naruto simply lets out, "Teamwork," as Kakashi looks to him and says, "What does that have to do with anything?" And Naruto says, teamwork. That's the meaning of this test. There has and never been, and never will be, a 3-man team. It's always a 4-man cell consisting of a Jonin sensei and 3 genin. This test is to pit us up against each other, so while my shadow clones convince my acquaintances to help me, I want to fight you properly, gauge where I'm at in the food chain. Kakashi would simply say okay, pulling out an orange book that's called the Icha Icha Paradise. Naruto from here then rushing in at Kakashi, surprising Kakashi with his speed as he would touch at the book, decaying it, stunning Kakashi while making him take this somewhat seriously. Naruto rushing in again, but Kakashi would dodge and counter with a kick that Naruto would block but would be flung back by the force, recovering and landing on his feet staring back at Kakashi. Kakashi would say, "You're fast, Naruto, but you're the dead last, so I wonder what Sasuke can do." This should get him to make mistakes, wanting him to be thrown off guard. Naruto would say, "Just because the academy teachers can't give me my proper scores doesn't mean I'm weak, Hatake. I've been training non-stop since I was 4. I've honed my abilities to a very high degree all on my own. But now, I'm gonna have a sensei to help me advance to another entirely different level." At this point, his clones would have convinced Sasuke and Sakura, and now, he just needs to commit to his own plan. Naruto then rushes Kakashi again, but this time, when Kakashi dodges, some kunai come flying at him, which he dodges only to be in the line of a fireball from Sasuke and Naruto, running his other side unnoticed to Kakashi as he would be stunned again by a genin performing a fire-style fireball jutsu. As Naruto grabs the bells, he backs away and Kakashi counters Sasuke's fireball, and then the timer for the Ben test would go off. As Kakashi would say, "Well, it was a good try, but none of you got the bells." Naruto would say, "Actually, we did." Naruto states as he throws the bells to Sakura and Sasuke, stunning Kakashi again, as Kakashi would then say they pass and the goal was teamwork. He then says that they will start missions tomorrow and to rest up for the day. Then, Team 7 leaves and goes to do their own thing. After this, the next day at the Hokage's office, Naruto and the rest of Team 7 are waiting for a D-rank mission. They get capturing Tora by the end of the day, and Naruto would have to refrain himself from decaying a cat as he goes to sleep. 1 week later, at the Hokage's office, Team 7 would be waiting for another mission, and Naruto would be thinking to himself if he has to capture Tora again. He's going crazy. At this point, he's going to be decaying the cat one day or another. The entire council on village knows about Naruto's decay by now, and they kind of fear it, so they haven't messed with him, but they definitely do glare at the boy. And the Hokage would then start naming off D-rank missions when Naruto interrupts. "Listen, old geezer, if I get another D-rank mission, I'm gonna go decay someone. Doing chores is ridiculous. I want something challenging, and I swear if I get that damn cat again, I'm killing it." Iruka would say, "Naruto, you must not be so rude. The Hokage-sama and every genin team must do a month's work of D-rank missions." Hiruzen would then say, "Iruka, it's quite alright. Naruto has called me that since he was 5. And Kakashi, do you think your team can handle a higher ranked mission?" Kakashi would say, "I do, Hokage-sama. I believe my team is perfectly ready for a C-rank mission." Hiruzen would just be like, "Alright, that's perfect. I just have to be the one to tell Tazuna. Iruka, would you call him please?" Iruka saying, "Of course, Hokage-sama." As from here, Iruka would then bring in the man named Tazuna, as he would have glasses and smells like sake, having gray hair from an old age, and being around Kakashi's height. Tazuna doesn't feel confident with Sakura or Sasuke, but an aura around Naruto makes him keep his mouth shut. Kakashi says they will leave the village tomorrow at noon and to pack to be ready for the mission. Team 7 and Tazuna nod and leave to prepare. Next day at Konoha's gate, Team 7 would be waiting for Tazuna, and Kakashi would be in his usual Jonin attire. Sasuke is in a black high-collared short-sleeved shirt with the Uchiha symbol on the back and white shorts on with white arm warmers, and Sakura would be in her usual attire with no ninja supplies at all and makeup and beauty care equipment. Naruto was wearing a mask with a maroon trench coat and a black shirt, black pants with his normal red shoes. As from here, we would have a mask made from his mother, without the glove on the left hand as well. Then Tazuna arrives, and Team 7 takes off for the Land of Waves. As Naruto and Team 7 are walking, he notices a puddle when it's sunny, and it hasn't rained for days. He stays quiet about it, and Kakashi would have also had to notice, so he then goes back to walking, as by the time that they pass by it, that puddle would become two ninja who would attack and kill Kakashi, but he would substitute and use a small genjutsu to hide the fact that he didn't die and would let his genin handle it. The two ninja start to bolt for Tazuna when Naruto grabs and decays one of the two, shocking the other and making him go into a rage, yelling about how Naruto killed his brother. He then rushes at Naruto, who stands there calmly, as when the ninja gets too close to him, Kakashi appears and restrains the ninja, tying him up against a tree, and then Kakashi would confront Tazuna for lying about the mission, and Tazuna would try to guilt trip the ninja, and Sasuke and Sakura say they should continue. Naruto staying quiet and decaying the ninja after getting the info for Kakashi, that Gato had hired ninja to kill Tazuna, and Kakashi would ultimately decide to continue the mission, and Team 7 continues later on the meet, and they meet a boat driver, who takes them to the other side of the lake. Once they get there, as they're walking, Naruto throws a kunai at a bush and looks to see at a white rabbit, making him tense up as it's spring, and Kakashi would yell at everyone to duck. As from here, they do, and a large cleaver-like blade would slam into the tree, and a man would land on it, wearing bandages around his mouth, cow skin, arm warmers, and gray striped pants. Kakashi immediately recognized this man as Zabuza Momochi, the demon of the mist, and Zabuza would call Kakashi of the Sharingan, the copy ninja. Kakashi lifts his headband, revealing the three Tomoe Sharingan, shocking Sasuke and confusing Sakura about what's about to go down. Zabuza and Kakashi would start fighting, as Naruto senses another ninja would be watching, and would be going towards the direction to fight them. When the mist thickens, Naruto clicks his tongue in annoyance as he releases chakra, spreading the mist, then running at the hidden nin full speed, catching said nin off guard, touching his mask, decaying it, shocking the nin, and Zabuza the nin, Zabuza and the nin then body flickers towards Zabuza. And Naruto goes next to Kakashi, telling him the side character nin is his Kakashi. And no. Naruto goes over to Kakashi and would be like, he's mine, as Kakashi accepts, and then he would continue the fight with Zabuza, not holding back or underestimating him anymore. Naruto rushes the fake hunter nin, who is now maskless, when suddenly an ice wall appears in his way. On reflex, Naruto decays it and stares at the nin, thinking about how that happened. Naruto, how did he do that? Is it a Kekkei Genkai? Maybe it could be like my decay though. I'll figure it out by forcing him to go all out. An evil grin would appear on his face as he would say, Oi, how did you do that, eh? A Kekkei Genkai or something else? What should I call you? The hunter nin would then say, my name is Haku. I have the Kekkei Genkai of Ice Release, so you can't win. Naruto would say, a Kekkei Genkai, eh? Simple enough, I guess. Naruto then rushes at Haku again and decays more ice. When Haku forms one-handed seals and casts demonic ice mirrors, as a dome of ice mirrors appear around Naruto, trapping him in them. Then Haku starts to appear in all the mirrors, throwing Senbon needles at Naruto as he dodges them all until his head starts to hurt and he gets hit a couple of times. Then he starts to see Haku moving slower and finally grabs him and decays Haku, winning his fight with Kakashi. He started copying all of Zabuza's techniques and started performing them faster than Zabuza could, and eventually beat him and killed him. Then falling unconscious, then Team 7 brought Kakashi to Tazuna's house, ate food, and then went to sleep. Over the time Kakashi was asleep, Naruto and Sasuke trained, while Sakura watched Sasuke 3 days later, and Kakashi woke up and decided to train them in chakra control by tree climbing, which Sakura mastered in one go, and Naruto already knew, and Sasuke would learn in 5 hours. Then Kakashi taught them water walking, which Sakura took 30 minutes to do, Sasuke got in 3 tries, and Naruto already knew. Then he told Naruto and Sasuke to go train on their own, while he taught Sakura taijutsu. Naruto trained Decay some more, and his head started to hurt some more as he stopped and trained his physical body. Sasuke trained and unlocked the 2 Tomoe Sharingan in one eye and 1 Tomoe in the other. Time skip to a week later, Sasuke is at the level he was in the Chunin exam finals in canon, and Sakura is at low Genin level, and Naruto is at Shigaraki's level at the beginning of My Villain Academia arc, and it is the last day of bridge building, and they all know Gato is coming, and they're ready. When Team 7 makes it to the bridge, Naruto's head starts to pound as he's itching. Sasuke is excited to fight with his Sharingan for the first time, and Sakura is eager to show her newfound strength to her team when Gato and his mercenaries get there. Naruto from here would go over at Rush 1 and Touch 1 as he would decay 10 mercenaries instantly. And from here, this would shock the team entirely, as Team 7 knew his decay, shocking Team 7 as they knew Decay couldn't decay anything. Naruto wasn't touching. They quickly recover and start to beat the mercenaries until only Gato remains. Then Naruto kills Gato with Decay after this, with Decay. Bro, seriously, this is getting kind of tired. There's no periods in this thing, so I don't know when to stop. And then it starts ending up sounding like I'm just like continuing to talk. I don't know where the pauses are at, and I just keep talking and talking and talking. So I'm probably confusing you guys, but there's no period. Like, it's not my fault, y'all. Anyways though, Naruto kills Gato with Decay, and after this, Team 7 cleans the bridge and finish building it, and leave after the Land of Waves celebrates their newfound freedom from Gato, thanks to Naruto calling the bridge the Great Naruto Bridge. When they finally get back to Konoha, they all give the mission report, and Kakashi would tell Hiruzen about Naruto's decay changing, and they all rest until the next day when Kakashi told them to meet him at noon. Time skip to the next day at noon with Team 7 training at the grounds. From here, Team 7 would be at the training ground awaiting for Kakashi to arrive, and he finally does, to tell them that he signed them up for the Chunin exams, and they have a week to train, as he would leave Sasuke and everybody else to train. Naruto begins to train for 44 hours and 43 minutes straight, with 3 hours of sleep non-stop, the whole week unto the Chunin exams. Time skip 1 week academy building. Naruto is now at Shigaraki's level when he started to fight against the Meta Liberation Army, and Sasuke is at the 3 Tomoe in each eye level as he started to learn lightning style, and Sakura would be at mid Genin level. At the academy entrance exam, Team 7 is there and talking. Sasuke, Sakura, it's good you arrived. I thought you wouldn't show up. Sakura would say, of course I showed up. I didn't want to disappoint you, Sasuke-kun. Naruto would say, whatever now, it's finally time to start the Chunin exams, with Sasuke and Sakura both saying, yeah, it is. And from here, what would end up happening is I'm pretty sure they make their way towards the tower, which is actually going to be where they learned all their stuff, like the Genin Academy. That's where the first phase of the Chunin exam starts. This chapter would be chapter 5, Chunin exams, Orochimaru and an awakening. Naruto wearing his black trench coat and Team 7 enter the academy. They find Kakashi waiting there as he wishes them good luck and then body flickers away. Team 7 then continues to the exam room and see 2 Chunin stopping a kid wearing green spandex from entering, noticing it's a genjutsu. Sasuke dumbly points it out to everyone, and the Chunin go to hit Sasuke, and he goes to kick the Chunin when the kid wearing green spandex appears in between them and catches their attacks, stopping them. The green spandex wearing kid then gets scolded by his teammates, and then one of his teammates walks up to Naruto and tells him he should give up because he is dead last after all, and his fate would have already decided he will lose. Naruto ignores him and goes to the exam room before him and Team 7 make it to the green spandex kid. From here, the kid would intercept them and challenge Sasuke to a fight, introducing himself as Rock Lee, and would ask Sakura out on a date, which Sakura hurtfully declines. Sasuke then accepts Lee's challenge and loses the fight to Lee, and with a stalemate, as before the fight can even escalate any further, another green spandex wearing person shows up and punishes Lee with exercise. Then Lee calls him Guy Sensei, Guy, then leaves, and everyone goes to the exam room and wait as the rookie nine talks, and Kiba would ask something. Hey Naruto, what was that power you used on Sakura's headband when we graduated? This gets everyone in the room's attention, and Naruto sighs as he answers. It's Decay. It's a power that allows me to decay anything when I touch with all 5 fingers. It'll turn into dust, whether it's alive or not, and I have to touch it or it won't decay. Suddenly, a random silver-haired leaf genin approaches and starts telling them that they're too loud and are getting glared at, and his name is Kabuto. He then says he has info cards for every ninja in the Chunin exams if they want info on anyone. Sasuke asks for info on Subaku no Gaara, Rock Lee, and Naruto Uzumaki. Kabuto starts with Gaara, saying he has done a B rank mission and came back without a scratch. That on every mission he's done, and he's never ever taken any damage. Lee then saying he has nothing but taijutsu, but he is a very, very formidable taijutsu teacher. And then he gets to Naruto, saying he has done his S rank mission for Mizuki and came back with no effort, and a rank Land of Waves and D ranks. Then he mentions the new hidden village in the sound, and states they probably aren't that strong. Then suddenly 3 genin attack Kabuto. When he dodges, but suddenly grabs his glasses as they would break and he would vomit, confusing everyone. But Naruto, who understood what happened, Then the proctor would arrive, naming himself Ibiki Morino, and lead them to the exam room. As all of them would just sit down and he would start explaining what exactly the first test is, right? So I'm just gonna be skipping completely through this because I'm pretty sure you guys know exactly what happens here. Obviously they take the thing, and then suddenly Anko comes in, a fishnet shirt and a short skirt, naming herself Anko Mitarashi, the second exam proctor, and telling them they all need to be at training ground 44 in an hour. Then her and Ibiki body flicker all away, and the examinees leave and make their way to training ground 44 and wait for the second exam to begin. Anko finally starts explaining that the second portion of the exam will cut the amount of people in half at least, because everyone gets 1 scroll and you need 2 to pass in a 5-day span. But don't think that it's going to be easy, as she would say if you don't make it to the tower in 5 days, you also fail. She then starts handing out flyers that all of the ninjas would have to sign and say that they won't be held accountable if a other village ninja died here. Then they all get scrolls per teams, as Naruto would keep the scroll and would make a fake, giving it to Sasuke. Then each team went to the gate and led into the Forest of Death, as Uncle called it. Once they were let in, the Team 7 charged in immediately, a team from the Hidden Rain village, and Naruto decayed them as he started to see the world spin from being tired. He assumed they got the scroll that they needed and went to go to the tower, when suddenly a gust of wind out of nowhere would come in and would blow Team 7 apart, separating them, and Naruto would finally start getting up as a giant snake would try to eat them. He touched it with 2 fingers and it decayed. He noticed this but put his thoughts aside when a splitting headache hit him again, and after he somewhat recovered, he went to where he sent Sasuke. He then saw a grass ninja on a tree, and he just decayed the whole tree, knocking both Sasuke, Sakura, and the grass ninja away. When they recovered, Naruto went to the grass ninja and started talking. "Oi, how do you feel, eh? You're pretty strong sending that snake after me, As the grass ninja would say, that was me, as he starts peeling off his face, revealing himself to be Orochimaru. Naruto from here being like, Orochimaru, eh? So I get a boss fight right away? It's not like I didn't ask for this. I asked how you feel, as Naruto would yell, slamming his hand on the ground, decaying it, making Orochimaru back up as he would jump into the air and would slam his fist into the ground with chakra, as he said, and would feel angry because Naruto would get in the way of his goal, of course. He then grabbed Naruto's hand and started talking about his decay only works with 5 fingers while crushing 2, and Naruto's fingers would be completely crushed, with Naruto screaming in pain as he suddenly Suddenly, two of his fingers would curl up and touch Orochimaru's hand, starting to decay it as Orochimaru threw Naruto away, confused at how Naruto started decaying with only 2 fingers. As Naruto got up, he was groaning and scratching at his head as he would say, it feels like my head's splitting apart. He then stopped and rushed Orochimaru with Kage level speed, surprising the Snake Man. As he dodged, and he would finally realize that Naruto is going through an awakening. Naruto's cat-like grace also surprising the man, as Naruto started running around the man, who then used Winjutsu to pull Naruto in with a punch, full force in the stomach, throwing Naruto away, breaking 5 trees and alerting the Hokage of his presence. Naruto got up and limped on his broken ankle towards Orochimaru. Orochimaru said that if this keeps up, he won't have a future, and Naruto said, "I don't need a future," decaying his mask, smiling, completely crushing it. The Hokage, Anbu and Anko would arrive to see Orochimaru going to punch Naruto full force with an observed amount of chakra, but Naruto just slaps it away, decaying it and surprising everyone watching. Naruto then walks to Orochimaru and looks up. Orochimaru then turns his left arm into a huge snake and punches Naruto, creating a big shockwave, but Naruto caught the attack and decayed it instantly. Orochimaru jumping back before Naruto can kill him and starts questioning what happened to Naruto, as to him, it seems like this is a completely person from before. After suffering an awakening, Naruto then crouches and touches the ground, decaying it, reaching Orochimaru, as he would jump into the air, but Naruto just keeps decaying and starts to decay 2 miles in a circle of the forest. As she pushes decay harder, his hair would turn white and his arms would start breaking. As Orochimaru is trying to get away, he falls and his feet would touch at the ground and start decaying, so he would cut them off immediately and the decay would stop. There now in a 2-mile crater in the Forest of Death, and everyone else would be shocked as Sound's team saw the end of this fight, along with Hokage and his Anbu, Anko, and Team 7 without Kakashi. Naruto starts moving towards Orochimaru and stops at a plant and laughs. Naruto then limps to Orochimaru and states in a deeper and more adult-like voice, "Your feet must have touched the ground, huh? You cut them off to stop yourself from disintegrating. Hey, why are we fighting again? Oh yeah, because you came looking for one, right?" Naruto says, pointing at Orochimaru. Naruto then putting his hand down as Orochimaru looks down in shame that he lost to a genin. Naruto then perking up to his Hokage, as then 4 ninja would yell Orochimaru's name and go to charge in before Naruto looks at them, scaring them. Then Orochimaru, taking the distraction, would leave with the sound 4 as Naruto sighs and he starts to go back towards his team. They go towards the tower slowly because of Naruto's injury, and they make it in 30 minutes before the end of the day, going over to open their scroll and summon Kakashi, who smiles until he sees Naruto and would be shocked that he's alive, let alone awake and moving. Kakashi brings up the fact that Naruto should take part in the next event, but Naruto waves him off, telling him he's fine when all the genin that passes are in the arena. The third Hokage starts a speech telling them how the Chunin exams are a replicant for war, showing a village strength that a Jonin would interrupt with a coughing fit and explain that they'll be doing preliminaries to eliminate another half of the contestants, saying that if you want to give up now and rest while the other rounds take place, it's fine. Sakura from here asking Naruto to quit, but he would ignore her. But Kabuto gives up, leaving and claiming that he has no chakra left. Then the Jonin introduces himself as Hayate Gecko, and he states that there will be 2 names on the screens and that those 2 will fight in the spot for a finals. He then tells everyone to go to the stands, and all the genin then would make their way there, but the Suna team would be scared of Naruto because Gaara said his mother fears him. Then the screen lights up and would say Sasuke Uchiha versus Yoroi Akido. Sasuke then would go over towards there and he would end up asking him if he's ready. They would both then say yes, and from here, Sasuke would begin running towards his direction and throwing a punch when Yoroi blocks it with his hand as it would glow blue. Sasuke would then show a face of shocked expression and would back up, realizing that Yoroi stole some of his chakra. Yoroi then begins flaunting his ability, when Sasuke would end up getting in front of him and kicking him in the air, copying one of Lee's moves and pretty much ending up completely stomping him. Then all of a sudden, all of the rest of the fights would go to canon besides Naruto versus Kiba. The screen lights would light up and would show Naruto Uzumaki versus Kiba Inuzuka. Kiba, immediately after seeing who his opponent is, would start boasting about how easy this is gonna be, while Kurenai tells Kakashi Naruto will lose and that Kakashi will, have to watch a student fail. Kakashi, hearing this, would chuckle and then shake his head as Naruto and Kiba are facing off against one another. Naruto then looking at Kiba as all of a sudden Akamaru starts to whimper heavily and run away. Kiba starts to complain because Naruto's injured, and then he asks if they're both ready. The proctor then asks because, if they're both ready. To which Naruto would nod, and Kiba would exclaim that he is, as, Hayate says, Hajime. And Kiba would do the Getsuga, pretty much the wolf fang over fang, and would be about to hit Naruto, as suddenly he would slap the Getsuga away, shocking everyone but Team 7 and the Hokage. It would end up being a massive explosion. Not too big, but it would be just enough so that dust would rise, and when the dust would clear, Kiba would be hitting the wall, groaning as he would have to pull himself out, and Naruto would be standing in front of him as he would grab him by the leg and decay it, throwing Kiba into the opposite wall, brutally knocking him unconscious, and Naruto would be stated the winner. But as he's walking back to his team, he would be stopped by Kurenai, who is as tall as Naruto, mind you, and she would then ask why he was so brutal, to which Naruto asks why he was so weak, pissing Kurenai off. When he walks past her, he says she shouldn't underestimate everyone, even if they were dead last, as after this, the Hokage would state that in 1 month, they'll be hosting the Chunin exams finals, and to train to their heart's content as he shows the new roster and shows to Naruto that he's going to be fighting up against Neji Hyuga. Chapter 6. Healing, Training, and a Perverted Sannin. Now, this story pretty much takes place right after the events of the Chunin exam, with Naruto going home and waking up the next day. After Naruto woke up, he went to Hiruzen's office and asked how to be healed, so he can at least move properly. Hiruzen then agreed, and now we are with Naruto in his private hospital bed recovering right now. We see him testing Decay on cups, as he comes to realize now that not only can he control whether he decays something or not, but he doesn't need all fingers to be touching said object to decay. Also, his ability can travel through object to object, touching each other, and won't stop decay if his contact is cut off. If he wants to, but for now, he has to wait a week to move and train somewhat properly. Time skip to 1 week with Naruto out of the hospital with a request to take it easy so he can heal properly. But Naruto would be walking down the street when he hears giggling that sounds oddly perverted. He turns and sees a man with long spiky white hair and a red kimono, and a red full metal Konoha headpiece as he walks up to the man and asks what he's doing. The man looks I don't know why I can't read right now. I'm so sorry, y'all. But basically, the man then looks at Naruto and would be like, "Oh, my name is Jiraiya, the Toad Sage and one of the 3 legendary Sannin." He asks Naruto if he can control the Nine Tails, to which Naruto says he's never used the Nine Tails chakra, and Jiraiya says that's impossible. With his ability, Naruto says he just unlocked Decay when he was 4, and Jiraiya would ask him if he could help train Naruto, which Naruto says sure, and they go to a secret training ground. From here, Jiraiya sends Naruto to his mindscape, and Naruto starts walking around until suddenly he's in front of a big huge cave with paper with the kanji seal on it and 2 big blood red eyes with slitted pupils through them, open and staring right at Naruto's soul, piercing him in a way that Naruto was never felt before. Then Nine Tails talks, asking what his jailer wants. Naruto says he doesn't want anything and just decays the cage, shocking the fox. And Naruto says it has to suck being stuck in some cage all the time. So do what you want now, Nine Tails. So do what you want now. Nine Tails then looks at Naruto and says his name is Kurama, and he is going to give Naruto a special ability called Hyper Regen, which will counteract the damage Decay does to his body, but hit body, but do it to his bro. I need commas and periods. I don't know where the sentence starts and where another sentence ends. So whenever you guys hear me reading the story, y'all are just like, wait, is that there? What? Like y'all probably think I'm dumb. Y'all probably think like I can't read or something like that. But no, I could read. And I low-key do mess up like that sometimes even without periods. But come on now, it's not that often. Anyways, basically Kurama gives him an ability called Hyper Regen, and Naruto would thank him and leave, giving Kurama access to his senses. Naruto then tells Jiraiya that he talked to the Kyuubi and got access to the chakra, but his body needs to adapt before using it, and Jiraiya would just nod. Then he would take a large scroll off of his back and tell Naruto that this is a summoning scroll, and that he wants Naruto to sign it. Naruto nods, bites his finger, and signs it. And then Jiraiya shows him the hand seals and tells him to practice summoning since it's not that taxing, and he should be fine nodding. Naruto then starts to practice and summons a small green old looking frog, a small green old looking toad, flabbergasting Jiraiya. The toad looks up to Naruto and asks for his name. Naruto telling him, and the old toad would introduce himself as Fukasuk. Bro, what is the old toad's name? I'm pretty sure you guys know who I'm talking about. One of the people that Jiraiya uses to use his own sage mode. But regardless, Fukasuk, I don't know. Anyways, basically the toad ends up telling him that the elders of the Toad clan, and then he says he will de-summon and tell the other toads there's a new summoner. He then poofs into smoke. And then Naruto tells Jiraiya that he's going to work with Decay for a while, and that he will see him another time, to which Jiraiya nods, and after some light practice with Decay, Naruto's gotten used to his new Decay ability, and has drastically improved because of his awakening. His body is now back to normal thanks to Hyper Regen, so he goes to his home and goes to sleep for the next day. Suddenly, the next day Naruto upped his training ante drastically, but not to the point Hyper Regen needed to kick in to counter Decay. But Naruto has started to train his wind affinity and made a jutsu called Air Cannon. This shoots pressurized air at the target intended for Naruto's to hit, and Naruto's left hand is fully healed. So now, all of his 10 fingers work again. So Naruto ups his training for the rest of the month until the finals, and we have a slight time skip until the day before the finals, in which Naruto was already fully adapted to Decay and Hyper Regen, and is more than fully ready for the Chunin exams. From here, Naruto would be seen wearing a black long-sleeved shirt, black pants with a taggered black cloak, and red shoes. And Naruto has been building everything he can to his max in this month of training, and honestly, Naruto is so unbelievably confident that he cannot lose. Continuing on with the story, the day of the Chunin final exams would finally get here, and all the contestants except for Sasuke Uchiha would be there. The crowd would be getting bigger and bigger by the minute, and Naruto would be ready as everybody else in the crowd would finally begin to settle in. The third Hokage would go on to give a speech and would state that the Chunin exams is a very, very special event, with suddenly the Chunin exams proctor then telling everyone to get ready, except for Neji and Naruto, who don't have any more time to get ready. As from here, Neji and Naruto are to leave the arena, and they're about to basically get ready to fight, right? But anyways, Neji and Naruto from here start staring at each other, waiting for the proctors to name, everybody, and for him to pretty much just be like, all right, like Hajime, right? But eventually he would say begin, and Neji would run at Naruto, who would just dodge and kick him away with a bored expression on his face, setting off Neji, who started to talk about how Naruto didn't know pain, and that because he was a branch member, he was marked from birth, so no one can defy fate, and his fate is to win this match. Naruto ignored this because he doesn't really care. He then picked up a small rock and used air cannon to shoot it at Neji, creating a hole in Neji's stomach, knocking him out due to the pain, and Genma declared Naruto to be the winner. And Naruto went up to the stage as Shikamaru and the Sand Team girl named Temari were called down. This match went as it would in canon, leading to the result between the next battle going and being Sasuke versus Gaara. Once the proctor called Sasuke and Gaara, everyone had to wait until the last second for Sasuke to arrive with Kakashi, and once Kakashi had left, the match started. and Sasuke started off with a Chidori, almost hitting Gaara, who moved out of the way, seeing it go through his sand, and then Sasuke backed up and did a new move he came up with called the Chidori Spear, which shoots a lightning spear out of the user's hand in a straight line. This hits Gaara's shoulder as Gaara would then scream, and from here his blood would start to go crazy as he started to transform into a weird raccoon-like creature, with all of a sudden a white feather starting to fall from the sky, which Naruto immediately recognized as Genjutsu, dispelling it immediately as instantly looking around to see that Sound and Sand Ninja started fighting the leaf, as suddenly Naruto went to the only person he cares about, the third Hokage, as fast as he possibly could, only for him to be trapped in a barrier, as he would then notice that and then noticed by Hiruzen, who asked him what he's doing there, right? He would get noticed by him, and obviously Naruto would be like, he just came here to see if he was okay, as suddenly the barrier came up, and Hiruzen nodded at this and asked for Naruto's help in this invasion, to which Naruto nodded, and then the fourth Kazekage would jump up, and noticing this, Naruto took a step back at this action, not going unnoticed by the duo. The Kazekage ripped his face off, revealing Orochimaru, deeply snarling at Naruto, who recognized him, and smirked, scaring Orochimaru, who was then surprised when Naruto was now in front of him, about to touch him, when he suddenly jumped back, getting his Kazekage cloak decayed, and Naruto then says, "What's wrong? You're not running away now, are you?" Naruto then tilted his head and grinned, while glaring at Orochimaru. Orochimaru then did the hand sign and called out Summoning Jutsu, Reanimation, as two coffins would suddenly be raised up with the kanji 1 and 2 on the respective coffins. They then opened, revealing the first and second Hokages, who stared at Naruto while stating the reanimation jutsu was using and thinking who this boy is, because his aura is evil, because of Decay obviously. Then Orochimaru used a kunai and sealing array and started controlling the first and second Hokage's bodies, but they could still speak and think, because Orochimaru hasn't yet mastered this jutsu. Then Orochimaru had the second Hokage fight Naruto and the first fight Hiruzen. As Naruto and the second are fighting, the second asks Naruto who he is, to which Naruto says he is Naruto Uzumaki. Then the second Hokage states his name as Tobirama Senju, and then asks what Decay is, as Naruto would explain that his power that he would have unlocked when he was 4 due to stress. Then later, fighting Orochimaru, he awakened it, causing it to become more powerful and intricate than it already was. Naruto then decayed Tobirama again and found the kunai mid-air, grabbed it, decaying it, freeing Tobirama from Orochimaru's control, as Tobirama would thank him and ask about Naruto's evil aura, to which Naruto says, because of Decay, its natural aura decays others and emits evil. Tobirama would nod at this, and Naruto then went over to help Hiruzen, as Naruto freed Hashirama Senju as well, and all of a sudden, they would all turn to Orochimaru, who would be completely terrified, would get scared and completely run off. Then, Hiruzen would tell Naruto to go deal with the one-tailed beast, as from here, the Just Rose barrier would basically go down, and Naruto nodded as he would rush off and go over towards the direction of Sasuke. The Hokage then went to help the village fend off the last of the attack, as Naruto finally got to Shukaku, the one-tailed beast, and would decay him, only for it to grow back. Naruto then summoning Fukusaku and asked for the toad that could help with this problem, to which Fukusaku said to wake up Gaara, and that will reseal Shukaku, and that will reseal Gaara. Shukaku then thanking Fukusaku, as Naruto then decayed Shukaku again and full force punched Gaara, waking him up, as he then went to decay him before one of his siblings got in the way. Naruto told them to leave or they're going to be dying too, which they don't with no hesitation. Then the leaf finally finished off the attack, winning as the invasion would finally be over, and the Hokage told everyone to go home and rest as they would repair damages and pretty much tally up the casualties. The next day, Naruto was called to the Hokage's office, where Hiruzen, Tobirama, and Hashirama would be waiting with Jiraiya. Then they would tell him that he is promoted to Jonin because of the power and strategy against Tobirama and Shukaku. Then they tell him that he and Jiraiya Jiraiya will be going off to find Tsunade Senju to make her 5th Hokage on orders of the first 3 Hokage. Naruto and Jiraiya nod and go to prepare as they meet at the at the Konoha's gate, right? And they leave off to find Tsunade. After they leave, an hour later, 2 figures with black cloaks and red clouds on them and straw hats were walking in a secluded area, when Kurenai and Asuma appeared in front of them and asked who they are and why they're even here. The shorter one would look up, revealing Sharingan eyes, and this man would be known as Itachi Uchiha. The taller one then reveals his name is Kisame Hoshigaki, as Asuma goes to attack Kisame, but he would be blocked as suddenly he realizes that his chakra would begin being drained. Kisame revealing that his sword can eat chakra, and Kurenai tries to put Itachi in a genjutsu, but with one look, he reverses it and would be about to kill her, when suddenly a man with gray hair, obviously Kakashi, would appear and kick him away, dispelling the genjutsu with everyone on the water clone, with everyone and a water clone would stab at Kakashi, but he would dispel into water, appearing and stabbing Itachi, who also dispels into water, stabbing Kakashi, who poofs into smoke and then tries to grab Itachi from under the water. But Itachi dodges and then Kakashi asks why they're here, as Itachi would reveal that they're here to get Naruto. Kakashi remembering Jiraiya telling him about an organization looking for tailed beasts, so he states that they are Akatsuki probably, which Itachi points out that Kakashi learned that from Jiraiya, and he would then use his Mangekyo Sharingan, Kakashi yelling at everybody to close their eyes, and they would ask why, as Kakashi would explain the Mangekyo Sharingan, as suddenly Itachi puts Kakashi into Tsukiyomi and would torture him for 3 days, which is only 1 second in the real world. And when they get out, Kakashi falls unconscious and Kisame goes to kill Kakashi, suddenly my guy arriving and kicking him away while looking at Itachi's feet, knowing exactly how to counter the Sharingan jutsu. What a genius, bro just doesn't look at his eyes. Anyways though, suddenly after this, Kisame and Itachi leave and go to follow who Naruto was with, Jiraiya, and unknown to them would not be as weak as they think, not one bit. With Jiraiya and Naruto then coming into view as they would be walking down the street and would be talking about training, when Jiraiya says that he will teach Naruto a jutsu the 4th Hokage made, and Naruto would accept and start to learn the Rasengan, when suddenly they get to the first town and Jiraiya rents in an inn and tells Naruto to wait there while he gets info on where Tsunade could be, with Naruto nodding and waiting in his room for Jiraiya. Suddenly, a knock on the door would sound throughout the room, and Naruto senses it isn't Jiraiya, as he would immediately get on guard while going to answer the door, because one of the chakra signatures is high Jonin and the other one is easily Kage level. When he opens the door, he would be met with 2 people, recognizing Itachi instantly, the murderer of the Uchiha clan, and Kisame Hoshigaki, the tailless tailed beast. Itachi tells him that he has to come with them, when Naruto says no and uses air cannon to blow up the hallway and room, as he would land outside in front of him, and Itachi and Kisame would be right in front of him. Naruto's aura starting to become oppressing as he walks towards Kisame, and suddenly he would be in front of him, decaying his sword, making Kisame jump back in shock, as Itachi would also be shocked as well, and would start to think that potentially their info on Naruto was all wrong. His Sharingan couldn't keep up with Naruto's speed, at least not the 3 Tomoe one. Naruto then appearing next to Kisame and touching him, decaying him instantly. Then suddenly he would kill Kisame, and from here he looks to Itachi, who would immediately use a Materasu, a black flame burning Naruto, who would immediately put it out and would jump towards Itachi with a burnt arm that healed almost instantly, going over to tell Itachi not telling Itachi nothing, but Itachi would just be shocked seeing that Naruto burnt, as suddenly Itachi would use Susanoo to block Naruto's air cannon and would begin to flee, when suddenly Jiraiya would arrive on the scene along with Guy after Itachi left. From here, they took a look at Naruto, who was completely unscathed, asking him what happened, as he would tell Guy the truth, and Jiraiya that he fought and dominated Kisame, killing him. Then, Guy goes back to Konoha, with Naruto and Jiraiya continuing on their journey to find Tsunade, then finally making it to another town and seeing Tsunade, unironically, drinking. She's drinking away as they suddenly sit in front of her and her accomplice, who was immediately frightened to her core by Naruto's aura, which has become the embodiment of evil after killing Kisame. And Tsunade is unnerved by Naruto, asking Jiraiya why he's here and who in the world Naruto is. Jiraiya responding to her that by orders of the first 3 Hokage, she is to come back to the village and become the 5th Hokage, shocking her, as he also states that Naruto is the most powerful person on the world pridefully, making Naruto click his tongue in annoyance and shocking Tsunade, as she then asks how the first 2 Hokage are even alive, to which Naruto states that they are here because of the reanimation jutsu. She then looks at him and says if he can beat her, she will go back and will give him her necklace, which is a green stone. Her accomplice Shizune would be completely shocked by this, and Naruto would be like, alright, I guess if I beat you then I guess you gotta come back. Jiraiya smirking as they then go outside and she would say start. Naruto would immediately touch a grain of dirt, decaying it, causing Tsunade to stumble off of her balance, while Naruto rushes at her and using air cannon would propel her into the ground, knocking her out instantly, as they then take her to an inn and wait for her to wake up. When she does, she realizes she lost and would agree to go back, but would tell them that Orochimaru will be here by the end of the week and that they can kill him. Naruto from here grins and says that he can beat him again, shocking everyone, as he would then explain that he beat Orochimaru in the Chunin exam 2nd stage and that he could do it again, saying that in the sound invasion that he would have popped up as well and Naruto was gonna beat him but he ran away. They then understand but would still be completely shocked by the revelation and at the fact that Naruto basically beat Orochimaru twice. We then skip in time for about 1 week, as suddenly Naruto would be there waiting for Tsunade to make her move so he can fight, and suddenly he would see Kabuto rushing in to try to protect Orochimaru, as we would see Jiraiya and he would be going in to try to kill Kabuto while they handle Orochimaru, which Jiraiya would agree to completely, and from here, Tsunade goes to make her move. Obviously, Kabuto interferes, and suddenly, when Naruto would be seen by Orochimaru, he would start to shake in fear, thinking that that boy is literally death incarnated in Orochimaru's eyes, and then he would focus on Tsunade and Jiraiya, beginning to fight them, while Naruto and Shizune fight Kabuto. Suddenly 2 people with red cloaks appear and try to attack Naruto, who then rushes Kabuto, instantly decaying him and killing him after dodging the 2 new attackers. He then looks at them and smirks, stating that they are from the same group Itachi was in, and this might be a bit fun. The 2 recognizing him, as he then recognizes the 2 as Kakazu and Hidan from the Bingo book. Then Kakazu suddenly shoots a massive wave of fire, burning Naruto, who then runs out looking grotesque as he rushes at them, flinging Hidan at high speeds into several trees, as suddenly he would then begin to heal by the damage that he took, and this would shock everyone who was thinking why he still isn't satisfied even though he killed Kabuto and is winning. Then the 2 weird black things appear behind Kakazu and blow out wind and fire, burning Naruto again, who is suddenly begins to start laughing and would begin terrifying Kakazu. Naruto keeps laughing as he then starts to decay the whole city. Everyone dodges when he starts walking out of the dust, and he has no shirt in anymore, but he has scars from healing as he stands on rubble and looks down at Hidan and Kakazu, grinning as he then rushes Kakazu and decays him, killing him instantly and all of his hearts immediately, then running towards Hidan as he appears next to him as well, killing him instantly, turning then to Orochimaru as he would grin and scare said Sannin to his core, freezing him as Naruto then appears next to Orochimaru and would instantly decay him as well, ending the fight almost immediately, as from here, Tsunade would have a reunion with her Senju relatives and would be named the 5th Hokage. Keep in mind, this all would have happened within the span of like a minute, because if we really stop to think about this, the moment between Tsunade, she tries to kill Orochimaru, Kabuto steps in the way, and then Jiraiya jumps in and tries to fight off Kabuto, and Naruto comes in and, he starts fighting Kabuto as well, and then the Akatsuki come in and like they start trying to fight Naruto and stuff, and he realizes, he's like, oh, okay, Akatsuki. And then Naruto just immediately, okay, decay. He literally kills 4 people. Bro kills Kabuto, Hidan, Kakuzu, and Orochimaru. Tell me that's not badass. If that isn't awesome, I don't even know what is. This was such a dope scene written by this author. I just wish there was more periods and commas, but it was definitely awesome to read through. Anyways, so Tsunade meets everybody, and Naruto would then be named an elite Jonin because of his killing 4 S-rank shinobi ninjas with literal ease. Like, Naruto did it, and it didn't even look like bro was struggling. Like, it literally looked like Naruto was straight chilling, you know what I mean? But regardless, we're going to be having a little bit of a time skip 1 week after with Naruto and the 5th Hokage. Naruto was in the Hokage's office with all 4 of the Kages with a hand on his face, which he would have gotten from Orochimaru when he killed him, and kept it as a decoration for his kill, with a suit, walking stick, and his red trench coat, which he is using as an overcoat. The Hokage are telling Naruto about a rising village that appears to have abilities like him, and they want to go investigate the village. He nods and says that he will go by himself and leaves. Before they can say anything, he then leaves and starts heading towards the village, full of metas, as ninjas call them. Once he gets there, he walks down the street, and then all of a sudden, someone appears in front of him and asks him what he wants and who he is. Naruto saying, "My name is Naruto Uzumaki," and he's just looking around, surprising the man in front of him, who then starts gaining stars in his eyes and asks if he can lead Naruto somewhere, as Naruto it would be taken back a little bit, but he would nod, following this man, who reveals his name as Redestro, the leader of this village, and will tell Naruto that he is pretty much worshipped in this town for representing how powerful meta abilities can be, and will all follow him because he is liberated from rules and would make him truly free. Naruto would be shocked that an entire village would exist that would view him in such high regard, and would follow him without any question, but would quickly recover and nod, as the two would make their way towards a tower in the middle and go to the top where 9 people are waiting, looking excited for all of them except for 2. One is wearing a mask and the other looks passive with scars all over his body that seem to be caused from burns, as he then learns all their names and that there's a meeting because of his arrival. They then go underground to a very large area where about 100,000 people are waiting, excited for who is about to come, as they view them all as kings. Redestro, Naruto, and 2 others named Septic and Trumpet go on stage, as Naruto sits down and the others stand next to him. Septic then tells Naruto he should name the town, to which Naruto thinks and then nods, saying that he has won, making Redestro excited. Naruto tells them to make sure the ones he knows as Himiko, Toga, Spinner, Dabi Twice, and Compressor are here, along with getting Septic, and nods, and calls them, telling them to come out when the name of their village is revealed, and they hurry onto the stage, as Redestro begins a speech which excites everybody, and he then reveals that Naruto is Naruto, making everyone cheer absurdly loud as he is glowing in their eyes. Redestro then says that they are going to be under a new name and asks Naruto to reveal the names, as suddenly the 9 people he wanted are on stage and Naruto names them the Paranormal Liberal Front. Naruto telling them that the 9 on stage are going to be his lieutenants and they will be given teams based on their needs. He then says that the name is the same as the hand on his face is the decoration, and they will be able to do whatever they want, making everyone cheer extremely loudly in approval, as he then states that he's going to go to Konoha to inform them that he will be staying here, with the crowd going absolutely ballistic cheering, as this is where Naruto will be king, with him deciding to stay there and Naruto stating that they will be training for the next 3 years, as Naruto gets back with Jiraiya and would tell him the news, making everyone go completely silent. He then states that there is an organization after him, so they must be strong in order to defend themselves, as an organization is full of S-rank missingness, making the crowd understand and roar in approval. He then ends the meeting and starts leaving, telling Redestro that he is taking Dabi and Toga, making the 2 nod and go prepare once they are done. And once they're finished, Naruto and the 2 start for Konoha, as once they get there, the guards would let them in, and Naruto goes to the Hokage's office and tells them of what he found, and what he plans to do now that he and him and Jiraiya and Toga and Dabi would all make their way towards the Paranormal Liberation Front and would finally begin their training that will be going on for 3 years to prepare for the Akatsuki. Chapter 9: Gaara's Kidnapping and Naruto's Ridiculous Power. This episode starts off with a bit of a time skip, 3 years to be exact, with Naruto in the Paranormal Liberation Front, with Naruto now being as powerful as Shigaraki is in My Hero Academia's final arc. He has all of his quirks in one form or another, and during the 3 years they've been planning a war on the Akatsuki, Naruto has been made a Kage, but not the Hokage of Konoha. Tsunade told Naruto to resign as a Konoha shinobi and become the Kage for the Paranormal Liberation Front. Naruto agreed with her decision and did so, as he is called the Metakage and has become the 6th great nation. Everyone in the Paranormal Liberation Front is Jonin or above the 9 lieutenants. Are all Kage level and are easily on par with the tailed beasts, while not even using all of their quirks, and the Leaf and Liberation Front allied with each other, and the Wave Country has willingly become a part of the Paranormal Liberation Front, with Inari actually unlocking a quirk that allows him to create explosions out of his palms or feet because his sweat is similar to nitroglycerin. That's actually very interesting. Anyways, he had almost become arrogant but was quickly humbled by Naruto, who did not want any arrogant people in his village. Naruto sitting down when a messenger Hawk enters his window with a letter and he would read it, and signs writing back that he will come as the Kazekage. Gaara was kidnapped by the Akatsuki, who are all still after the tailed beasts but have yet to replace any of the 3 members killed. He then asks Dabi to take his place while he goes off and goes in search for Gaara, to which he tells Dabi that he'll be back, and Dabi would nod. Naruto taking off and arriving in Konoha seconds later due to a teleporting quirk that he would have stole from someone who tried to attack his village. Then him and the rest of Team 7 and Team Guy headed to Suna with his teleporting quirk, shocking Temari, who was sent by the village and asks if someone can heal Kankuro, which Naruto does, and then they head where Temari said the Akatsuki were heading. They end up arriving, and Naruto would instantly decay the boulder at the entrance, alerting the Akatsuki who were sealing Shukaku. They would immediately notice Naruto and order the 2 known as Deidara and Sasori to kill him, which Naruto appears next to Deidara and would kill him instantly, decaying his body before explosions could even go off. He then decays Sasori's puppet and dodges Senbon at him when he rushes and decays Sasori's heart, killing him and turning to the Akatsuki as he tells them that he's declaring war on them and he knows where they are, so prepare. And after this, he picks up Gaara and teleports back to Suna, healing Gaara, and as he does this and leaves the Leaf, the teams of Suna, and goes back to his village, he would tell his people about the war on the Akatsuki and how it has started, and to prepare. Everyone ends up agreeing and they would begin preparing for this altercation, with Naruto teleporting them on top of Akatsuki's base and would begin what will be known as the greatest ninja war in history, or the quickest ninja war in history, the Ninja Paranormal Liberation War. Naruto grins under the hand of his face and says, "So let the climax begin." And what happens after this is we jump into chapter 10, the Akatsuki's defeat, and Obito and Madara's reveal. As everyone starts fighting, Naruto begins heading towards the Akatsuki member known as Pain, as everyone else is handling Zetsu and other members. Once Naruto knows Pain can sense him, he flares his chakra and sits on a chair waiting for Pain to arrive. Finally, 6 people with orange hair and black rods in them and Akatsuki cloaks on, with all of them having purple eyes and rings around the pupils. Naruto identifies this as the Rinnegan, making this the 6 paths of Pain. Pain begins to tell Naruto that it was a mistake fighting them, and he will lose because he is a god while Naruto is only human. Naruto chuckles at Pain's arrogance and rushes to the path with the long hair, decaying it entirely, killing it. Naruto then looks at the path that was talking and says to stop talking and fight already, because all of this mongoling is boring. He then rushes at a path that has no hair and shoots red and black tendrils through it, killing it and taking its abilities, which absorbs chakra and then instantly decays it. From here, Naruto also noticed that the paths are puppets and the black rods are chakra rods that are linked to the user, so he rushes another path that was about to use the summoning and would kill it, taking out the black rod and then decaying it so that the puppet could sense the chakra, and decides that he can beat the 3 puppets and still have enough time to kill the real one and be back. So he kills another 2 paths and he then stares at the last one, which has orange spiky hair and what seems to be the most powerful path. Naruto rushes it, but would be blocked by some sort of air barrier. Naruto then rushed again, and the path would barely dodge, telling Naruto there is a cooldown between uses of the air barrier. And Naruto then rushes again, being knocked back, but he would be able to easily recover, and rush again instantly, decaying the final path, using his immense speed to bypass the 5-second mark, and using the fact that Pain told him the truth to his ability to instantly take advantage of the 5 seconds. Naruto then teleports to where he senses the real Pain and would see a poor excuse for a human, let alone someone who calls themselves a god. A pale, anorexic man looks up, glaring at Naruto, shooting sticks from the contraption he's in as Naruto dodges, and then Naruto decays the man, not noticing the eyes of the man were being warped out of existence. Naruto then goes to see how the others are doing and sees everyone won, when all of a sudden a masked man appears and summons a huge human-like statue that starts killing people left and right, when Choji comes out of nowhere and engages it, following him all of the shinobi reinforcements, allowing the Liberation Front time to rest for a bit, and then Shikamaru and his team go to Naruto and tell him that the masked man is a man who claims to be Madara Uchiha, and that he's used the reanimation jutsu to summon his own forces, made mostly of past Kages and S-rank ninjas. Naruto nodded and said he's going to confront the man and leaves. When he leaves, a huge explosion goes off, made from Inari, who made a new move called Howitzer Impact, which is him spinning and creating an explosion, creating a huge amount of force, which creates a massive explosion. With Naruto, he ends up meeting a man named Killer B, who is the 8-Tails Jinchuriki, and they continue forward and end up meeting the masked man head on, who also has all of the other Jinchuriki. They start fighting and Naruto creates a shadow clone for every army unit to help. As soon as the fight starts, Naruto begins to escalate it, asking Kurama if it's possible to make his chakra reserves only Kyuubi chakra. And Kurama says he can, but he will need time, and he won't be able to do anything but heal and decay along with his movement. Naruto says to go for it, and Kyuubi begins. Naruto starts to decay the forest and ends up decaying the entire thing, creating a dead wasteland. The masked man then turns to the other Jinchuriki in their half-tailed beast form and continues the fight, as B goes into his half form as well, and Naruto would still be fighting when he backs off all of a sudden and his body shoots into pain. He falls to the floor but looks up smirking, realizing that Kurama had just finished, and now he has all-tailed beast chakra running through him, and that will boost everything he has to his arsenal to phenomenal levels. Naruto then gets up and decaying everything, the 2-Tails Jinchuriki back to her normal state, when she disappears and is in that statue again. Naruto then gets hit with a tailed beast bomb and comes out healing the hand that was on his face burnt and about to fall off. Naruto then takes the hand off of his face as his face heals and looks at the masked man who turned all of the Jinchuriki into full-tailed beasts, and they're all charging up their tailed beast bombs. Naruto decays the ground, making them all miss and hit around the reinforcements whom just arrived, and the whole day after fighting a new person arrives, being Madara Uchiha. Naruto rushes the masked man, decaying the mask, and the man's sleeve Madara looks at Naruto and says he is the strongest of the shinobi side right now. Naruto ignoring this, as Kakashi then says the masked man is Obito, his old teammate that he thought died in the Third Shinobi World War, as suddenly the ghetto statue eats 2 barrels that had Kyuubi chakra in them, and Madara says his plan was to cast an infinite genjutsu, so everyone could live in peace in their own ideal world. And so begins, finally, the biggest war in the history of the Naruto universe, with this being the final chapter. The 10-Tails and Shinobi alliances win. A new era of peace. As Madara finished revealing his plan of the ghetto statue, the statue itself started to transform into something Kurama called the Ten Tails, which then started to charge up a tailed beast bomb and would fire it out, when suddenly it would disappear and 5 ninja would arrive, Sasuke and the previous 4 Hokage, which means Naruto was looking at his dad right now, and Minato looks back and sees Naruto asking if it's him, to which Naruto nods and Minato smiles at how powerful his son has become. Then, Naruto starts to decay the ground under the Ten Tails, knocking it off balance when it tried to shoot the strategist of the Shinobi Alliance. The Ten Tails falls on its side and then begins to transform into a taller, skinny version. As the fight continues, it eventually becomes a giant plant and tries to kill everyone. When Naruto starts to decay it again, when suddenly Obito runs in, absorbing it and becomes the Ten Tails Jinchuriki. Naruto starts fighting Obito, who hits Naruto, who would continue healing as the fight would go on, and Obito's body would begin to break because he can't handle the Ten Tails. Suddenly, Naruto decays Obito's side, realizing the Ten Tails releasing. Obito then snaps back into reality and starts helping the Shinobi Alliance side, now that Madara, was on the other side, and Madara would begin to absorb the Ten Tails, as he has the Rinnegan in one eye, and he starts to fight Naruto, grabbing him mid-air and using fire to start burning him, when Naruto shoots black and red tendrils through Madara, injuring him and confusing him because he can't heal the tendril wounds. Then, as Madara leaves, Naruto he goes off and fights a guy who uses the 8th gates. Once Naruto fully heals, he rushes in and uses air cannon to knock back Madara's truth-seeking orb, and Madara then looks up to Naruto, who is scarred but healed up nonetheless. Then Naruto's body starts to split apart, but he heals again, as this is the beginning of the final fight in the war. Madara and Naruto begin fighting, and Madara and Naruto are fighting in the air, causing air pressure to be flung everywhere. Madara yells, "You're getting in the way of my dreams, Uzumaki!" Naruto then yells, "That's exactly why I'm here!" as he shoots his hand forward using air cannon, causing an explosion of air pressure yet again, and injuring his arm as his hyper regen is slowing down and he's pushing the kid and his body to its limit. Madara gets hit hard and begins to think that this kid is pushing my regeneration to its limit, and he has to end this fight fast or he's gonna be losing at this rate. Then Madara coughed spit as Naruto hit him again and again. Naruto's body beginning to ache everywhere, but he couldn't stop. He couldn't stop here. He had to win, or everything his life held would be meaningless. Naruto then yelled, "I refuse to lose here. The world belongs to me, and only I get to destroy it." Everyone else was watching in awe as Madara and Naruto clashed repeatedly in the air. Madara then used Lightning Fang, and Naruto responded with a redirect, launching the laser back at Madara. Then Madara gave a backhand towards Naruto, making a huge gust of wind, only to be shocked when he sees Naruto caught it with his mouth, and Naruto launched a counterattack at Madara's stomach, blowing a hole right through the man, causing him to cough out blood. Naruto then began to think that there's gotta be something he can use to beat this guy, and Madara was thinking the same thing. The fight was no longer just the end to a war, it was deciding the factor of what the world would become. If Madara won, everyone would be permanently stuck in a dream with no way of returning, and if Naruto won, everyone would become equal. Everyone could do what they wanted no matter what held them back. These two ideals are currently clashing with each other to take place, but only one can win. And suddenly, Naruto threw his hand out and grabbed Madara's face as he shouted and used his Decay, Air Cannon, a new ability he made called Black Whip, to destroy Madara's body, who also shouted, trying to resist, but ultimately failing and being destroyed entirely. Every single cell in Madara's body was completely obliterated, and everything went completely silent, when suddenly, Naruto's body would fall to the ground, being the victor of the fight in the war, when suddenly everyone began cheering at the end of the war, and began sighing in relief and relaxing. Dabi ran up to Naruto's body and picked him up as he was completely unconscious, and finally, everyone was allowed to return to their villages. Naruto was taken back to the Meta Liberation Front's base, and a month later Naruto opened his eyes grinning as he would groan and finally remember what had happened. Quickly shouting up and looking around to see Dabi and Freeze Dabi come in and Freeze, laying his eyes, and the now awake Naruto would be heard as he says, "It's done. Boss, Dabi asked before giving a gentle smile, and the only Naruto smile he ever saw from the man, and said, "You won, so enjoy the new world you made, alright?" Naruto smirked and looked out the window thinking, finally, I can achieve my dream world, where everyone can do whatever they want. Finally, this world is finally going to be free, and peace can run amok now. That's going to be the end. And that concludes What If Naruto Had Decay. I think that this story was actually pretty sick, and I love the fight scenes by the author. The only little note that I would have was the fact that there was not a lot of commas and exclamation points and all that stuff, just to give me points to pause it. That was the only struggle I had, but I hope you guys love this series nonetheless. And if you did, please go ahead down below and smash the like button, seeing as it only takes 1 second and it actually makes the biggest difference in the world. You guys don't understand. Like, this video getting more views helps your boy out with motivation and stuff like that, and it helps the channel do so much better. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and just comment down below what you guys thought of today's video, and if you guys are going to be watching the movie for What If Naruto Had the Reaper's Dojutsu. That one's almost going to be coming to an end as well, and I think that one's going to be dropping alongside today's video as its own individual part. That said though, ladies and gentlemen, it has been your boy Xehther, and I am out. Peace.